Ever wonder what your day would be like with Boom Radio? Yep, us too. We don't think about nightmares.
When they arrive, you will just know. You will just know that they have arrived.
Old people, Shay.
Ah.
You know, sometimes we get so clumsy. No, I must confess, we get so clumsy, but it's fine.
It is fine, actually. And at that note, video one, welcome to the bar. This is very interesting. Friday afternoon. It is it's a beautiful day. In case people are not wondering why. It's a beautiful day. You might not be, I don't know how beautiful it is for you, but I bid you a warm welcome. It is about, we're going to be talking about a few things. It is the TGIF edition. There are a few songs here and there that we're going to be talking about. Also a bit of sports as well. Then there are a few updates. There's a very pertinent question that Tokumo asked yesterday. That there is an update now. We spoke about it yesterday at length. There is an update about it. At times you wonder, like, okay, were they actually listening to us? So yeah, we're definitely going to talk about one or two things, a bit of updates, and the people that have been incarcerated and any which way, we are going to be on this matter. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into today's show. Now, first things first. A lot of people and a lot of things have been going on. There's been a lot of updates, a lot of hue and cry about the electricity tariff hike. The minority caucus of the House of Representatives have come out to complain about this. The Northern Elders have also come out to say that it's going to further impoverish a lot of people. So really and truly, and the first thing that it popped in my head was that at least people in Lagos that I know, that maybe a lot of these things, there are pretty much a lot of highbrow areas. They're not places that...
they're not captured.
They're not places that are, what's the word now? There are more privileged people than more underprivileged people at this area. So maybe I can say they can afford it to a certain extent. So it's gotten, I think that it's it's a very funny, interesting matter. But really and truly, is it enough to impoverish Nigerians? Keep in mind, NERC had come out to say that it's just 15% of the customers. 15? Yes, about Band A customers just account for just about 15% of the total power consumption in Nigeria.
I think what hits me more, Dolupo, is that I find it extremely difficult to believe that all the industrial areas, aren't really sharing the A band, so to speak. Industrial areas being industrial areas of Ikeja, for example, where you have a huge number of companies manufacturing things, and that's just one tiny bit, the whole country. where you begin to look at industrial areas all over the state. There is in Ibadan, for example, BH Jones. The manufacturers are shouting. Let me play it down. Those who probably produce water, those who probably produce water and also edibles that people really can't do without. Okay, they definitely would push their money, their profit, their costs up, and we are bound to also eat from that table.
Yeah.
Now, the same people eating from the tables of the expensive products are also expected to pay high value for their own local domestic consumption.
Yeah.
So there's no poverty in the line, is there? But definitely we have to bear
There's going to be
huge costs.
But if we look at it from the angle of a production person, that out of 24 hours, there is a guaranteed at least 20 hours. Sometimes they do 24, 48 hours without the light going, without power going off.
Switching, yes.
Isn't it even on the long run a cheaper option for a manufacturer than saying cost of diesel, cost of generator, cost of servicing the diesel, the generators, and all that? Isn't it even a cheaper option? And aren't we looking at a situation where there might be an increase of industries maybe in those areas?
You said it all, but more importantly, I want to see that manufacturer that will wake up and rely solely, entirely, okay, on the local grid.
No, I think that at this point, I think you should, because if I'm going to pay as much as 225 and I have people down the road that are on band B, band C, D, or E that are paying 65, I'm paying 3 times. I think that at this point is a matter of obligation. It's a matter of I can't pay this much and you cannot give me power.
We are saying the same thing but differently. You know why? Because I would not set up a manufacturing plant now and not have a standby.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And when you're having a standby, it's not a free trial. You have to own those things and buy them. So there's extra budget costs going on.
Free trial.
Oh, you can imagine. So they're paying a lot more for everything. And you just can't sit back, fold your arms, and say, yes, it's going to be okay. Yesterday, I ended up submitting that. Look, can anything be done to make sure the power is regular?
It's regular. I think that at the moment, as something I've said over and over again, even at this price, a lot of people would rather have power than have alternative power. If you have power, the power is good, it's consistent. It's because even if you calculate it, it's still cheaper.
It is. It is cheaper.
It's still cheaper.
It is cheaper.
It is more stable. If you're the people that actually notice the power that you have from these distribution companies, you notice that even your appliances work better.
They have? Okay.
They work better
compared to when you change.
Compared with generators, your fridge, your freezers, your ACs.
Some don't even work with those things.
A lot of those things, they don't even work optimally and then you wonder like, why? But it is what it is. So you would rather just have these things at the end of the day. So I think that as much as, yes, a lot of people, we also need to look at it critically. I would have preferred if it was I don't want to say systematic, more of a gradual increase, not wake up the next morning and
this was jerky, too jerky,
and triple.
You are correct.
Literally triple the prices of these things. That's where my own issue comes from. But there's now still another story that is coming from this whole issue, and it is the Abuja Electric Disco, where NERC has now fined them 20 billion naira. Why were they fined? So was it announced yesterday or 2 days ago? I think it was 2 days ago. Between when it was announced, they jerked up the price of the tariff for everybody, be it band A, B, C, D, E.
In that area?
Yes, that distribution company. Now, apparently, a lot of people noticed and complaints were made, and they have now been asked to refund the monies to every single person from Band B down, refund their monies, and they're also supposed to pay fines.
Wow.
Pay a fine for that.
Okay.
And I think this is very important because, and now I also saw that there are now graphics of how you can check which band you are on. Check your meter and then check which band you are on. So that way, because I would not be surprised if some of these distribution companies add other people that are not supposed to be paying this amount of monies.
You know what worries me is this. Sometimes I wonder.
Dubious.
We no.
Dubious. Dubious is the word.
Okay, that's another word for the day. Dubious. I could tolerate that compared to yesterday's. But
are you serious? Wow.
No. I could also manage that. Okay. What it is for me is this. Do we sleep before? Yeah, you have to sleep, then you wake up. Okay. I think we wake up before we sleep. Or you jump the gun before the gun is cocked. Sometimes we do not plan enough time. We don't have enough time to plan things. And it's quite gory, very gory, and very risky as well. When it comes to mapping out electricity tariff and where you should be, sometimes I wonder, how do they get the correct mapping of where we are, the community where we run? How do they know where we are?
Sorry, I made a mistake. It's 200 million. They were fined 200 million.
Yes. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. Now with that money, okay, the money we pay, for example, didn't they plan? Didn't they understand that this money will be coming from somewhere? Why the sudden jack up? The jack up worries me a lot, and that's the reason why people begin to talk and talk. They will continue to talk. And if anybody can say NERC is wrong in going to court, I don't think, for me, let's make a court move, let's see the pronouncement, and let's see the outcome of it at the end of the day. It's not just sitting down well. It's not sitting down well with people. People will talk, okay, are you going to kill us? Do you want to kill? You know the normal chants. And those chants
I like
are not
the
just
way that in the
down.
space of 1-2 days, people decided to speak up.
And also go to court.
No, people didn't go to court.
I'm talking about the NERC. At least one case.
Oh, no, the NERC didn't go to court. They didn't go to court.
Okay.
They literally just investigated, saw that people that are not on Band A were being charged this new tariff.
They raised that and did not.
And then they had told them that they had to return. They had to return the money, and they were fined 200 million naira.
In returning the money, how do they return the money? Sorry.
I think they're supposed to return it on their meters.
That means that
credits, basically.
Credit on your meter.
Yes,
okay. So you have more. You won't get the money back per se.
I don't think.
They roll
I
it
don't
on.
think so.
Okay, they roll it on. Okay, that has to be for me. Okay.
Anything?
Oh, well, there are no stories regarding the stories regarding this that speaks to what Tokumbo had talked about, that is on the list of stories that we're looking at. There are people who have called out the president of Nigeria, saying this is going to make life harder for Nigerians. Yes. Then there's I think the minority.
Yeah, we had talked about it.
Yeah, I'm referencing them that they are saying the same thing as Tokumbo is saying. You've spoken about how it was sudden and all of that. You know, I know you've talked about that. I wanted to respond from a different perspective. And also to say that as painful as it might feel, I think that we Nigerians were over-pampered. And we are not ready to face reality.
Okay.
We have been spoiled. Yes, life is hard, I get it. But we have been living off subsidies for so long. It has become normal.
Good.
And people are going to come for me and say I'm being whatever.
No.
I don't care.
You've not gotten to where you're going.
I've not even started.
Everything you're saying now is still true.
People are also going to say things like, oh, we own oil, we're oil producing state. If you go and check then they're going to compare us to countries like Saudi Arabia and Qatar. And then if you check the amount of oil that they produce and their population, you understand that we don't have oil. We don't. to over 200 million
to
people
meet up, yes.
and counting. You know, so the reason why I'm saying this is that it is expedient that the cost of buying gas to power Nigeria's, turbines has to go up because gas is affected by global pricing.
Yeah, sure.
For this reason, government has been augmenting. How much can they do? I think Nigerians should actually bring out their drums and the bands and celebrate this increment because it is targeted at people who are enjoying light more than others.
Yeah.
It is not across board. I have listened to people, I have read people speaking against it. Someone said, I heard someone on the phone saying something like, oh, it's a trick. They're going to increase only band A, then eventually it trickles down to B, C, D, E. And I shook my head. I'm like, no, it is not like that. The people in that industry have been complaining for years that you claim that you're giving them a license, but they don't have the right to fix prices. They can't fix prices the way they want.
The company is distributing.
They can't. They cannot.
Okay.
As against the open market. And when I say market now, I don't mean the energy market. I mean the market where we buy food stuff. They fix their prices the way they want. That's why things are going up. Even when the dollar is falling and Naira is rising, things are still going up. It's because they have the liberty to do it. But you see, the guys
distributing.
The guys who the price of the dollar affects the most, the ones who are looking at the cost of energy across the globe, cannot fix their own prices because they are regulated by the government. And government tells them you cannot do it. So they gave them a bit of a leeway during Buhari's tenure to solve it. Because Nigeria was about to shut down. Power was finally about to shut down. Like, okay, how do we cope? This is what the energy companies are saying. We don't like them. Everybody dislikes them. But when are we going to remove sentiments and look at the facts here? That until we pay the value that will make the energy companies viable, we will not have steady power. Cry as much as you want. Complain as much as you want from now till eternity. But if you're not paying the value that you should be paying, you will not have power.
You want to have power.
You're not going to have power. So you will continue to pay and subsidize darkness.
Okay.
People enjoy bashing the new minister of power. It's not his fault. When did he come in? And everybody's making noise about him. They just want a scapegoat. Scapegoatism is our thing.
Yeah.
Until you look at the value of energy across board.
Yeah.
Don't go to Europe. In Africa, then you understand what I'm saying about how we're not paying the value that we should be paying.
The recent talks also tells us that in West Africa, I think, we're running our power on the cheap scale compared to what's going on in some African countries at the moment.
Of course.
And so people have been shouting. And I think, it's just, I don't want to use the word Nigerian thing. I'm sorry. I don't want to use the word Nigerian thing. When you get too comfortable in a position, on a status, right, and there is a sudden jerk on the chair you're sitting on, you're bound to repel a little bit. So I think that's what we are seeing now. We can understand it from that point because of some intelligence and the fact that research has shown that, look, come to think of it, you like it or not, okay? That tailor's shirt is going to be more expensive, whether you like it or not. And the hair you do at the hairdressers, the Lupo, is probably going to shoot up a little bit, okay? If not, if
we'll
it has
see.
not, if it hasn't even started.
It has already.
So that's the way it is for me,
Anyway, before we leave the issue of power, this is an update from something we had talked about. And for the past couple of weeks, the Ibadan Electric Disco had more like of a run-in with University College Hospital. And now officially last night they have officially restored power to them, and basically it was mainly about not getting paying their bills. They owed bills of about 495 million naira. Now, the distribution company had officially announced that they've paid 80 million naira out of that money. That's why they restored the power, and they signed an MOU on how the rest of the debt is going to be paid. They're saying this money was accumulated for about 6 months. My question is, I know that we'll say that it is, what's it called? Is this not enough for a CMD to be sacked?
Yeah, it's smirks of mismanagement and all of that. Look, next door to them is the University of Ibadan. They are an affiliate of the University of Ibadan.
Sure.
They, in Ibadan, have a solar farm.
It's not next door, so
No, it's just like
it might not work.
look for his no KY. But I think they get it. No, shall I go on? I think they get it. Shall I go? Go on, please. Go on, please.
Okay, so they have a solar farm that powers the university. You are an affiliate of the university. The solar farm is an initiative of the federal government for tertiary institutions. That UI, that's the University of Ibadan, is one of the major beneficiaries.
Okay.
That's where they should be thinking. If the government does not do it for them, they should be thinking of doing it for themselves. I'm not saying that they should piggyback off UI's power solar, but if they're saying that, look, in UI they're spending less now on their resource, how much do you think UI's bill will be? A bigger facility, it won't be as high because they actually depend a lot more on their own internally generated power. And as one of the biggest hospitals in Nigeria, one of the most important hospitals, you must have your own power plant.
In Africa.
In Africa, thank you for the correction, sir. You must have your own power plant.
It's embarrassing.
Lagos
It is
University Teaching Hospital
Jeez.
has something like that. Why doesn't UCH have it? So, with the space they have and the resources, imagine if they had deployed 400 million naira towards their own power generation, their own solar power.
You have accrued this debt over 6 years. So we're saying that in 6 years, y'all were not paying bills and you were okay with it.
I know someone who was living in his father's house for free for close to 10 years and he was living in the BQ and people poked fun at him. A lot of people, he's still living in his father's house. He married in his father's house. But all the while he was building his own house. So he moves from a BQ to a duplex.
A palatial structure.
Oh yeah. And so whenever he talks, it's like that he didn't care. He heard all the noise. But that, is it their house? Is it their father's house? Did his wife complain? And all of that you get because there was a plan. So all the 6 years that they were not paying, if we come
what were you doing with that money?
If we come and hear that this 400 million that they are diverted it towards their own power, you know what people will be like, oh, that's wrong. But that was smart.
But that was the reason why you were.
But now they will now pay the backlog, and they still don't have.
And
their
you still
own
don't have
internally
power. Exactly.
Power.
It's
So
ridiculous.
It knocks for me. If I'm going to speak about whatever happened in UI in the last UCH in the last 6 years, it's knocks. You know, knocks.
Dolupo got the right word. Embarrassing.
Yeah,
Embarrassing.
somebody needs
The
somebody's job needs to be on the
UCH
line.
has not paid doctors for a few months, you know, and it's quite painful. They have to sit back and do a lot more. Yeah, we don't think that we are just in Lagos and we are talking about this. If you do not know, it concerns us. We're all Nigerians.
It doesn't make
CMD,
any sense.
we're all Nigerians,
Yes.
okay? So
It
we're
honestly
touched.
doesn't make sense. Now, moving on from that, let's move on from that. And let's even like douse the tension a little bit. Some people have landed themselves in jail for spraying the Naira, basically. For denigrating the Naira. And of course, you'll be wondering who it is. It is Bobrisky, and this conversation has been going on for the past 2 days, and it is official. He has now been convicted this morning, which I was surprised. He was first, the money laundering charges against him were dropped, but he has now been convicted of Naira abuse, and is supposed to be sentenced April 9th. So that's next week, Monday. if I'm
Okay.
correct,
The
yes.
money laundering case has been.
Oh yes, it had been dropped, but it's been
dropped.
saying that they're saying that they're going to sentence him on April 9th, but he's officially been convicted of that.
Who said that? Is it the judge?
The judge, yes,
The judge actually did say
that he's convicted.
he would be convicted.
Oh
April
yes, this
9th.
that
They'll
officially
pronounce
been
a
announced.
judgment.
Yes,
on it.
because as much as
Okay.
a lot of people have been wondering, because I know that a lot of people are wondering if it's really a law. According to the CBN Act of 2007, Section 21, subsection 1,
Given.
states that
Given.
a person who tampers with a coin or note issued by the bank is guilty of an offense and shall on conviction be liable for imprisonment for a term not less than 6 months or to a fine of not less than 50,000 or both.
Good.
Such fine and imprisonment.
So it is there.
Yeah, oh yes.
It has always been there.
At least since 2007.
Not that it was written last night.
2007.
It's always been there. Okay, so we're clean about that. I wonder. A lot of people have said a lot of things about this.
He's
And-
pleaded guilty, was asking the judge for leniency, that this is the first time, and that he has a social media
first
of
offender.
over 5 million followers, and he promises to use his platform to educate Nigerians about it, and blah 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 blah.
Smart move.
Nice one.
As a first-time offender,
Nice
the
one.
law would usually
It's not
Look-
the first time he's been arrested.
for this.
For
it's
this
the first time.
for this one.
For
It's
this.
the first time
It's
offender.
first time offender.
So, as a first-time offender, of course, there's that angle that they always bring up. But
Sure.
as a first-time offender, because it's the first time you're in court, you're a repeat offender because there are about 3 or 4 different instances cited over a 2-3 year period.
with evidence.
So that defeats your angle of first time.
With evidences.
Yes, with evidences. That defeats his angle of first time offender. Do you understand? Because if you do something more than once, then it's a part of you. It's what you do. It's not a one-off. So hardly would any judge listen to that based on the evidences that have been provided or will be provided.
Okay.
Now, having said that, his case goes beyond the devaluation, or what's that word that is trending now?
Defacing of
Defacing of the Naira
Naira.
and all of that. His case goes beyond that. Even this one is 6 months. The charge sheet, as released yesterday, shows cases of money laundering.
Money laundering.
And it is the more serious one.
But yes, he has dropped that this today.
And they can drop it, but that doesn't mean they've struck it. I know those guys. That's how they will be. They will push. Look at what they started with.
That was
Emefiele.
FD.
So
That was
it's
FD.
likely they could even pop
It
it up
could,
again.
it could pop up again.
Baba,
It
see,
could.
They
It
came
could.
to Emefiele. They said holding a gun without license or whatever. The idea is just hold you first. Let us continue our investigation.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because the judges would not give them a right to hold him beyond a certain period, because he also has human rights. You get. So if they decide to follow through on that investigation, and there are monies that have been in and out of your account that you didn't register, or you cannot
explain.
defend, or you can't explain,
There's a
then
problem.
that's where the real
And
problem
the law
lies.
gives them the latitude to check on you.
Oh yeah.
So dropping it and all of that, to me, I don't trust them. They play some nice technical,
I have a question.
legal issues.
I have a
you get.
question. I have one question. Sorry. Now he's supposed to be remanded till Monday when he would he'll be
Appear,
sentenced.
appear.
Yeah. Please, what a prison is he going? Male or female prison?
It will be determined by the court. I'm not going to give myself a headache over somebody that decides to give everybody
I'm just
headache
wondering.
about.
Somebody said in the sheet they usually drop,
Yeah,
is it being referred to as a he or a she?
he.
He,
I think
the
it's
gender.
I was listening to her. She kept on
And
saying
the
he.
gender.
I think it's he because he's
It's he.
Idris Okuneye.
He's a he.
He's a he.
Is a he.
They are a he.
They are a
They are a
he.
he.
He, she is a he.
Or shim.
They are no.
He,
they,
she,
they
he.
are a him.
It's a shim.
Oshim.
shim, like
You
she
people are
him.
wicked. You people are wicked. Just
No, it's just to
y'all are
it's
wicked.
to set the record straight. Somebody out there would want to know.
However, only
You know, people are listening now. They ask questions.
No, that's just being sarcastic.
on the flip
They are not.
on the flip side, this might also play out that he has been shaken, pressed down, and is running over now. Will be that Oga,
You are wicked.
behave. Then maybe we'll see a little bit.
Khan would not take kindly to that.
Can
They won't take kindly.
That was FDO because
They
they're
won't
always
take-
triggered.
they won't
They're
take
any
kindly.
tiny
I'm sorry.
thing. They're
Khan will
always
not take
triggered.
kindly.
I'm sorry.
They're always
I'm sorry.
triggered.
What's my business with Can?
They
No, it's not about you and the business. It's what I just pointed out.
They're always triggered.
But go, you have
Let's
the point.
let's even.
Land the point. land the
I
point.
always like
Don't-
this. No, I will
no,
land
no,
that
no,
point.
No,
but
we don't have. That's
don't
how
have
we
time.
spend so
No,
much
no,
time
no,
on
we
what
won't-
Bobrisky.
I won't take more than
We're
15
not
seconds on this.
Spending time on Bobrisky.
Wait. Wait now.
Wait.
Tokumbo.
Let him finish.
Waiting can't go even do me. They go collect my license.
No, sure.
Oh, they will stop me from coming to a
Ah,
can church.
Shola, come on.
They will block me from going to heaven.
Shola,
Or
Can't
you
you
know,
play a game?
it's game we're still playing.
It's not game. We're all playing the game.
Play the game. It's not Arsenal versus.
Oh, we are all playing the game.
Oh,
We are all
God.
playing the
Ghana.
game.
Okay.
We're all playing
Anyhow,
the game.
Can I dey wait for you now?
Anyway.
So on the flip side, Bobrisky might be let off with a slap on the wrist. They might have him pay those fines and let him out. But it's like
actually count.
there will still be a leash.
So
There's a
Uncle,
leash.
keep your mouth.
There's a leash around.
Which at
around
times
his
is
neck.
not a very good thing because you can't spread your wings. You want to try something.
Yeah. By the way, and that's how to live.
See,
again,
shout
that's
out
the proper way
shout
to
out to
live.
people. Well, something we've always said. After God is government.
No,
Respect yourself.
you know,
That's all.
Another
this
thing that could
is a
happen
lesson, though.
is that
Okay.
he could relocate out of Nigeria to Sena clients.
That was
where,
MDO.
where they actually
He can, spread his
welcome-
tentacles
yeah.
really well. But they don't like money laundering as well. And I'm sure they don't.
But
You can't
they
spend
would
their
welcome-
Naira like that.
There are
You
places-
can't spend
there are
their
places
currency
where-
like that.
where gender is not an issue. Anybody can be anything.
But they are not saying gender is his issue now. He's
then-
not in court for because of his
I
gender.
know that's what I'm saying. That if you curb him now, based on money laundering or whatever, we all know that it goes beyond that.
No,
Like they said that
assuming,
there's no law. Yes, I'm assuming.
Please
There's
assume.
no. I am assuming. So please hold me for my own words. There's no law against cross dressing.
Exactly. There's
So,
no law.
but 24 hours after police PRO said there's no law against cross dressing, he's arrested for
recently,
money
But
laundering.
is he lying? Are they lying?
recently,
Wait now.
a state
He's
in the
arrested for,
north.
The
Oh,
pastor
yeah.
in Kano.
Passed.
There's
But
no
what,
law.
What pushed them to doing that?
It's
it's
the
a
same
state
thing
now.
now.
Anybody
It's the
can
same
say
thing.
whatever they
So they believe that that's not really cross-dressing.
It is what it is. I think that it's
so
well within their rights.
After all said and done,
Yes, sir.
there's no law against cross-dressing. But the next day he gets arrested for money laundering and defamation and
Respect
desecration
yourself.
of the Naira.
Don't be found.
Then
wanting.
he's now saying he has 5 million followers. Who
What
follow
did you
him?
say?
Please,
Sufayo.
What's
let it
Sufayo?
go. Let that
No,
go.
I didn't even know what it was.
You
I
don't
wanted to know.
Must you ask everything? You
Yeah. Yeah.
So he has 5 million followers.
People are watching. They don't know what Sufayo is.
Followers.
I
Followers.
don't. Is that
Followers.
what Sufayo is? Where
Yes.
did you hear Sufayo?
Followers.
Yes,
Now
followers
you
are
ask the
followers.
question.
Yes.
It's been answered. Oh yeah.
Followers. So he has 5
Contest
million
it.
You want to be
followers.
Go to court. No, go to court
Yes.
and contest
Yes.
it. Abi.
You want
Yes.
to beat me?
Yes.
Good.
And yes.
You're on
Yes.
national television. You are
to-
telling me that
yes
you want to beat me.
Yes to everything.
You want to beat me.
The bottom line is
people
that-
you people can see are here.
He has 5 million followers.
heard this.
And his 5 million followers will now hear him preach against spraying of-
That's a very good what's it called? The way
So
you think
for that
about it.
reason, they would let him go.
They will.
Yes.
I don't
So
think they might.
Let me explain this thing. By the way, I think we should end this dangerous
But you know
topic
that.
by actually inferring the salient lessons in it.
But you know why I
There
think
are
that
some
it will be
lessons
unfair
in
for
it.
him to be released. There is another woman that is celebrity that is in jail. Oh.
Have you
because
not
of
seen
this
pictures
matter.
of that lady on Valentine's Day is flexing around the world?
Uh,
Oh, you've not seen that video.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Anyway, we're moving on from
Let
that.
us wait for the
No,
courts.
we're moving on
Let's
from
wait
that.
for the courts.
Let's wait for what the courts are going to say.
that's
Since it's New Music Friday, let's just go through a bit of music.
There's nothing to go through.
Simi and Tiwa Savage have a new song.
Men are crazy.
Crazy.
Timmy and who?
Simi
Let
and
me-
Tiwa
Simi-
Savage. I'm
Let me
waiting.
just say,
What a combination.
let me just say that I
Why-
love the
why won't-
artwork of that song.
Why won't men be
And
crazy?
I will stop there.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the song is a song
I
that
have played the song.
will grow on you.
I've not heard.
I
this
hope
song.
the song
Have you heard
grows.
this?
You are
You heard
hoping.
it?
I'm hoping
Osheo renewed hope.
because
No, but it's a hope. It's your
it's
hope.
my hope.
How can you
Thank
hope
you.
on a song?
It is a hope.
It happens. It really does
Tolubo is
happen.
hoping on Tolubo.
Yes.
Yeah, it must happen.
Yes.
Tolubo and
Girl
song
power.
hope.
I know her.
In the
same
She's
sentence.
hoping
Girl
on
power.
it. Please hope.
I'm hoping that the song grows and it becomes
She's
what
diligent. She's
what I was
diligent.
hoping it was going to be because I'm like, oh wow, like Simi and Tiwa Savage. I was I was expecting some fireworks.
Do you see? There's no fireworks. That's what she's saying.
No, there are no fireworks.
Okay, is it below the mark release?
We're getting there.
Is it-
Continue.
is it a
I hope it
question?
grows on me. That's all I have to say.
Well, songs
So
do
you
grow on
see-
people. Songs do grow on
Exactly.
people.
Now you see
I
what
see.
I'm saying.
I see. It's a
Now
hope.
you hear it.
It is
What
still
I
hope.
really, really want to say, let me just.
She does not want to say that it was underwhelming. That's
because
all.
we have cautioned her about
we don't
about-
allow her
yeah,
express.
expressing.
Tolubo today you can express yourself
No.
on this song.
Why?
No,
Please.
That's
it's
not
girl
fair.
power.
Please.
That's not fair.
Girls supporting girls.
Girls
no.
are amazing girls. Look,
I'm not gonna say
Simi
nothing.
and Tiwa are one of my favorite. They are my favorite artists when it comes to it, especially in Nigeria.
Yeah.
In this order, Tiwa, Simi, I love them girls. You know, Niniola. Look, I'm a big fan of Nigerian women artists. Men are crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I like the artwork of that song.
Okay, we've heard.
You know the concept of the artwork talking about? It's a chessboard with men as the pieces and the pawns.
And the
all of
pawns
that.
as well.
Beautiful.
Castle, Bishop,
Yeah,
all men.
it's interesting.
So they can push men.
Moving on, Burna Boy has
Wow.
Burna Boy featuring Prince Sweeney and Major League DJs for Tested, Approved, and Trusted. That's supposed to be a remix, right?
It's a remix.
Because I'm like, I know this song, Sha.
It's a remix.
Anyway, Wonder Banton and Bella Shmurda also released Evidence
songs.
and Holy Man.
I've listened to those two, and I prefer Holy Man over Evidence, but I like both songs.
Yeah, I think they're actually really nice songs. So there are a couple of other songs. Jackie has December, I think, get around to it. There are a couple of other songs out there. So just get through if you have time.
And
Get through those songs.
at 5
But it
o'clock-
will be on Boom Radio.
you only listen to 3.
Wow.
Only 3.
I said it, I didn't say it.
I'm not sure there'll be up to 4 songs. That
Anyway, we're still going on with gist. Still talking about gist. Before we go back to our regional stories, please, I want to ask, what in the world of football happened with Manchester United and Chelsea yesterday?
Was that a yawn?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What in the name of football was that?
It was football.
Simple answer.
I mean,
And-
shall
and
I
that,
think?
that answer speaks billions. She asked me the same question, and I said, that's football.
Football.
You know, and the beauty of what happened is that
Football.
these two teams gave us a more exciting game that we've seen in
Quite a
weeks.
while. Quite a
Very
while.
exciting,
The-
actually.
Quite a while.
The Arsenal Man City game pales,
It was kind of underwhelming.
you know, in quality
That
of
was
problems
It has
that
to
this
be.
one created.
There was a lot of problems.
They came with tension. Both of them came
Yeah,
with
so
tension loaded.
That's football.
Yeah, football.
Chelsea ahead,
Well,
2 goals.
yeah.
You think it's done and dusted. United came back and went in the
That's
lead in the
resilience.
dying minutes.
Resilience.
The referee in the 12th minute or thereabout, when
Yeah.
the game should have ended years ago, gave a penalty.
Penalty.
And they
Penalty
cross.
ended.
They now
And
equal
then
the
they're
score.
not attacking. I'm like, what else are you attacking?
And then it's 4-3. Do you understand?
No.
The only thing I'm going to say is that there's a star in Palmer.
Yeah.
The world has not seen what that guy is capable of. and I'm not sure Chelsea will help his career.
I'm not sure.
And I'm saying it too early. But there's a star, and Chelsea deserved their victory yesterday because they started like a team that wanted to win and ended like a team that wanted to win. The in-between doesn't matter because it never counts.
Okay.
What I see of the match, though, is for anybody who is a good trainer, okay, can pick that match again and teach on resilience and courage and
Keep
bravery.
going. Never give up.
And never give up.
Yeah.
That's a big story in that match.
And I was right yesterday. Liverpool won their game.
Yeah,
we didn't say that Liverpool will not win. We just said that they have a tougher
They have a
running.
tougher. That's all.
Yeah.
And Arsenal and City have
That's all.
less tough games
That's right.
as compared to
I
Liverpool.
remember that was what you said.
Yeah. So also, Super Eagles have dropped 2 places to 30th in the latest FIFA rankings. Also, the La Liga president has now called for further investigation on the former Spanish FA chairman
Rubiales. Super Eagles dropped 2
calling him a
places.
pathological liar.
Super Eagles dropped 2 places in the FIFA ranking because they beat Ghana. Then they didn't beat Ghana in the second game. That's all.
They didn't beat. It wasn't Ghana.
They did not beat Ghana in the second game.
But
Where am I wrong?
I don't
What
know.
do you mean by they did
Shall
not
I-
beat
They
Ghana?
played Ghana
I
and
need
one
to
other
be- I
country.
need
Mali.
And they didn't beat Ghana in the
They
Mali
didn't beat
game.
Mali.
Ah,
Oh my
but
God.
they beat Ghana. Do you understand?
No.
They beat Ghana.
Stop. It has nothing
Then
to
they
do
did
with
not
Ghana.
beat Ghana.
It has nothing to do with
It has
I-
everything to
making
do with
everything?
Ghana.
Everything.
As long as there's football, there's Nigeria, and there's Ghana. Super Eagles beat Ghana in the friendly game.
Dolupo.
That's all.
By the way, let's move on.
That's
We're
all that
moving
matters.
on.
Nigeria is playing today with South Africa, yeah?
Yes, the Super Falcons.
Shebi is not Ghana.
Oh
Don't
my
worry.
God.
We're going to win.
Can
Go
we
Falcons!
move
Go
on?
Falcons!
The Olympic qualifiers, right?
Yes, the final
First
first leg of the
First
final
leg, yes.
set of the Olympic qualifiers.
It's a scary game.
They
It's
definitely
a game,
need it.
I'm afraid, but I just hope that the girls will edge
They
it.
And
can-
it's
they
a
can pull
home
through.
game. So Abuja people,
It
please,
doesn't matter. It doesn't
please
matter.
come
So a big
out.
shout out to some
to
some
cheer.
Nigerians who formed the group, and they're buying free tickets for Nigerians, giving them
to
transport
be at the
money,
stadium.
To be honest,
and even refreshments.
that's beautiful.
There's a
That is
group-
beautiful
there's a
because
group.
a lot of
They-
people
they-
don't
Wow.
watch
Yeah.
Super
Good.
Falcons games.
They belong to a political party, and I'm not going to mention it. But these
Mm-hmm.
guys, for the past 2 weeks on Twitter, they've been creating a lot of awareness
A
and
lot of
buzz.
buzz.
And now they're asking people come to gate. I think it's gate 12 or gate 16.
There is
Just
a
come there.
lot.
We're gonna make sure you enjoy this
There is
2 hours of
there's a
football.
lot the spectators
So if
can
you're in
do
Abuja,
to
Yeah, you should
tilt,
actually
to
come
tilt a
through.
game.
You should come through. Yes,
Falcons.
yes,
There's a lot
I
they
agree.
can do to tilt a game.
Falcons,
agree.
just picture Ghana and play South Africa.
you're
Oh
Lagos.
my God.
We're in Lagos. We'll root for you. We'll keep rooting for you.
Yeah, you hear what Tokubo said? that
We're moving on from that.
Pretend it's Ghana.
Oh
and play
God,
them.
we're not pretending it's Ghana. Jeez.
You said that. I did you say?
Nigeria is
hey,
sent
Charlie,
to launch.
I love you guys,
Oh
but-
God of mercy.
But
Nigeria is sent to launch a national ID card with debit and credit card features.
we've heard that for many years. We hear it all the time.
I hope they get
just
it
do it
right
now.
this time.
So, why I am kind of hopeful about it is that this conversation
Another hope.
was.
yes, sir.
This is coming
Renewed hope.
from NIMSI and also the office of the what's this daddy's name?
It's Bosun Tijani's office.
Yeah.
The
So
ICT.
the ICT, yeah, you know that there are things that there are few people now that is the same way when I saw the news about how the minister of Interior was talking about looking at finally producing passports in Nigeria and all that. For someone that has said a few things in the past couple of months, and those things we have seen them come to fruition, I think there are a few people that you can take their word to the bank.
We all know that we need a central database. We all know that we need to centralize all these BVNs and NINs into one system that actually works. You understand? And we've had several things about an ID card, national ID card with a chip that you can use for credit and debit and everything.
Yeah.
If they pull it off, you know, it will be a good selling point for their government. But if they don't, they just fall into the same category. We heard it from the time of Obasanjo. In fact, if you know the kind of scam, allegedly, that was committed during the national ID card thing under Obasanjo and subsequent governments, was allegedly. They were moving.
Was can't be the right word.
Alleged.
Anyway,
This is an allegation.
Allegation.
I wanted the before this.
Okay, any which way, there's an update of there's something that talked about yesterday, and it was about the Third Mainland Bridge. We had gone on and on about it yesterday. Now the federal government has officially announced that the speed limit on the Third Mainland Bridge is 80 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, you know there's something we didn't. There's something we threw under the carpet yesterday, and I'm still going to refer to it. How do we give driver's licenses to people? How do people get their driver's licenses these days?
Okay.
If you ask me, you will say, yeah, Methuselah is talking again. In those days, Dolupo, we would write examinations. I wrote mine at the Lagos City Hall, as if we were sitting for exams, JAMB. And we all came into the big hall, and we wrote. And the questions were all about driving codes, highway codes. I don't know if they still produce highway codes in this country. If we still do, I doubt. But that's where these things are. You see the sign, they tell you, and by the way, a red cycle, right? Red cycle, round of figure, a number, is different from when you have the same number with a yellow cycle round it.
Circle, yeah.
Yeah. These things you should know.
Oh yeah, the truth is that I agree
That's
with
right.
you. Also
right.
talking about an update, the Minister of Works had also talked about, although the bridge is open, that there's still some little works like installation of speed limits, guardrails, and CCTV are still things that are still ongoing on the bridge, and it will be until May 2024, until May 24th. There's still going to be that work done. So yes, I know that you were talking about speed limits and all that and those kind of things. So that answers your question that those things are going to be there. Part of some things like speed limits, I don't think that people are going to observe it though, but it's good to put it there just because.
Again, I'm going to repeat and reiterate.
People have coconut head.
Lagos State Government, Federal Road Safety Commission, install your cameras, install your gadgets, catch any of them, especially people
CCTVs
like
are going to be
like to speed anyhow. You're speed racer, you understand? To catch them.
Why?
Catch them if you
Shola
can.
has parked his car before and decided to speed, to run. He left his car and was running. Isn't that part of speeding?
Okay, sure.
It's part of speeding.
We don't know what it means.
You
but
never
it's
know. Speed is speed. You can run. You can be chased. But the speed that
anyway,
they are chased, they are being chased is
and
tougher.
when
people are running after you.
On the matter of driving, I want to talk about a lady, Nubi. Her name is Nubi. She embarked on a journey from London to Lagos, driving solo. About 60 days now and thereabout. And the journey ends on Sunday at the University of Lagos. That's where she's gonna. So she's in Ghana as we speak, and she's gonna go through Togo and Benin and come to Lagos, Nigeria on Sunday. And she's in Ghana and she's getting this fantastic reception. They're putting her in nice apartments. She's doing TV rounds and radio and all that media stuff. She even went to design some batik, by herself and everything. A shout out to the Ghanaians for looking out. That's what you guys should keep doing. You understand? Just take care of our people.
Why are you like this?
Why we beat two people in
football?
But if you're in Lagos on Sunday, please let's go encourage this lady. I know if you do what she do. There's no way I'm going to solo drive from London. Where Epis don't they? Epis. You understand? I'm not going to do it.
She's different from the other lady that one was biking, right?
No.
There was a man.
What was a man?
There was a man.
There was a guy that did a bike ride.
Yes, I think it was from London as well.
Yeah, but this lady drove, She even has a name for a car, Lumi or something. Wow. It's such a beautiful thing. We talked about resilience earlier. So a big shout out to her. And if you are in Lagos on Sunday, and just make your way to Unilag and maybe just be a part of it.
Yeah, so that moving on from that, let's go all the way to Kano State, where interestingly, the Code of Conduct Tribunal or the Bureau has now asked the chairman of the Kano State Anti-Corruption and Public Complaints Commission to step down.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so the allegations of some funny misappropriation and all that he was supposed to answer to, apparently the petitions from the EFCC, from the ICPC, and the CCB themselves. So now the CCB is saying that he should step down first. Part of the issues is, I think, declaration of assets and all that. And this person has had quite a role with the government, and the Kano state government seemed to be like, according to them, that he's been witch hunted.
Wow. Okay, so he steps down now and he
Yes,
faces
he's been asked to.
investigation.
Yes, he's been suspended and he's been asked to.
Can clear his name if he's innocent.
Exactly, like
can.
clear your name first, then we can have a conversation.
The
around
man
that.
has been, involved in a lot of interesting things. So up to him to clear his name.
Yeah.
I pray that he pulls through.
Also, moving on
The
from
way
that.
Dolupo hopes that Simi and Tiwa song will grow. On people.
What is it now? I said my own and I moved on. If I don't talk, I'm nice. It's a problem. It's almost like as if you people are always waiting for me to just,
No, today your catchword is hope. So
that's a wrong thing.
Oh, today.
That's my point.
Okay, all right.
Is he a wrong thing?
No, it's good. Oh, fine.
I was just hoping the way you hoped that the song would rise and grow on you.
And I hope that it will actually
And I also
grow
hope
on
that,
me, hopefully.
that the man will pull through.
Anyway, going to Plateau State, the Speaker of the House of Assembly
Allegedly.
in Plateau State has sworn in 9 out of 16 APC lawmakers.
Okay.
And when I first saw this news, I'm like, they've not been sworn in since.
I was going to ask, really?
Now, the question is, why is it only 9 instead of all 16? Remember that most of the House, or if not all, were sacked by the courts. So these ones are fresh people coming in. But there are no major details on why there are only 9 instead of... Because it looks like some drama is brewing in that angle.
We'll update it.
No, definitely will get updated. Now, another very interesting story is, everybody remembers Sunday Igboho, the Ibedc guy. He has now sued the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, who is Gani Adams, for defamation of character. He's saying, or he's alleging, that Gani Adams had accused him of being a political thug of the president, as being used as an assassin by President Bola Tinubu for his dirty jobs. In fact, he's saying that there are conversations of how Sunday Igboho was linked to the murder of former Attorney General and Minister of Justice, late Bola Ige.
Excuse me.
So he's asking for 500 million naira in aggravated damages over a leaked audio conversation.
All right. Look, I'm just saying this thing today to Tokumbo. I had asked him, I said, what's this Igboho and Sunday Gani Adams issue, as a Yoruba person, I respect the hierarchy. Him being the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò is a revered position.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, really?
And Sunday Igboho is also someone that's known for promoting the Yoruba agenda and all of that, Yoruba nation and all. But yeah, we get that. But when it comes to matters of defamation and everything, I'm guided by the law. So regardless of whatever position that you hold in Yorubadom or in the world, please don't outstep the law of the land. If it is true that he has made these allegations, it is beyond.
It is true.
It is
like that.
It is beyond Igboho.
Yes.
Those allegations are weighty
Yeah,
because now you have the name
You have
of
included
the
the
president,
president.
in it, and all the other allegations of the past.
Yeah.
Those are very weighty things. Knowing that, did you mention Bola Ige?
Yes.
We know that the killers of Bola Ige were never found.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want his family to feel now? Do you understand all of these things? So please, before you allege, you must have proof. So him suing, I think, is the right way to go.
I think so.
And
I think it's such a very
I really hope
weighty-
that the Ariel Okakanfo has proof. And if it's true that he actually did say that, because I have not heard it, so I'm not going to judge. But I'm hoping that at the end of the day,
we won't judge.
this is a ruse and it never happened.
Boomba won't judge.
No, we won't.
We won't judge.
Any which way, Eti-Osa people of Lagos State are now protesting and they want the council man removed over alleged 1.9 billion naira fraud. So residents of Eti-Osa East Local Council Development Area have staged a protest at the Lagos State House of Assembly.
Wow.
Over alleged misappropriation of 1.9 billion naira by John Ogudare.
It's Naira.
Yes, now 1.9 billion. Does it make a difference?
Excuse me, no, I just wanted that information. It's Naira, right?
Yes,
It's
1.9
fine.
billion. No,
No,
it's
it's-
B-O-B.
Yeah, B on Naira, not B on D.
Billion.
Okay.
They said that there were close to 500 protesters carrying placards calling for the suspension of the council chairman.
There's a system in place for these things. I think it's time for the governor to step up. It's also time for the EFCC, ICPC, OPC, and all the C's to see their C's
a lot of
in
work
this.
to do this day.
Yeah, but on a serious tip, allegations of fraud should not be taken lightly, but also should not be assumed or presumed that the person is guilty.
Guilty.
Exactly.
They that allege must have the proof now that he has siphoned
Until found
their
guilty.
funds up, up to this tune of naira or dollars, as the case may be. But if you ever wonder why people don't trust politicians, this is why. However, again, until there's concrete proof, this man shall be presumed innocent.
Yes, now
Innocent.
until proven guilty.
Yes. So now something interesting happened as there's a massive protest in Abuja as Shiites are protesting in support of Palestine in Abuja. Isn't that just looking for trouble? Go to Palestine now and go to Israel and go and protest.
Yeah.
Why are you disturbing the peace? Oh, I'm being.
It was also reported that the police tried to break them up, and it led to a lot of chaos and all.
And
of
then that happens a lot, and then you now hear
Yeah.
that it's chaos. The police are doing this. Police are doing that. Why do we like trouble? Why are we very? Why are some people just troublesome?
If such a protest is that loud, it's hitting Aso Rock. What do they expect Aso Rock to do about Palestinian issue all the way from Nigeria?
I think that. Sorry.
Okay, so I don't like what's happening in Palestine,
Nobody.
and
I don't like
and
it.
I think Israel needs to stop. They say they are defending their land, but this thing has gone on for too long. You basically destroyed that place. We get that. And the world is speaking against it. South Africa took them to court.
But Israel
A lot
will
of
tell
things
you
are
that
happening.
they were actually poked.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I
the,
get
the
all of
October
that.
17. Yes.
I'm not trying to be politically
No,
correct.
no.
I actually do not like
But you are
what
right,
is happening
Shola.
there. But
You're right.
however,
You can't kill a fly with a sledgehammer.
however, a protest in
That's
Abuja
the way I look at
would
it.
have no effect.
None. It just looks like you're looking for trouble.
When you protest,
It will
economy
have no
economy
effect.
is at a standstill. There's chaos. There's rancor. People who are not even protesting will join the protests.
Exactly.
And different things will
Things
begin to happen.
Anyway, finally, before we go, I saw a study earlier in the day, and I felt that it's something that we should talk about. And health practitioners are talking about how prostate cancer cases are set to double in about a decade or two, saying that men that are age of 50 and above, that it is is the most common cancers that men deal with, and that it's getting more worse with life expectancy issues, our diet, obesity, the things that we consume. In fact, it's even more prevalent with men with the Caribbean and African descent.
Yeah, prostate cancer is a big problem. In recent times, even older men have fallen to this very, very sad cancer. I've had one or two cases like that. But, you know, it's not enough for us to pay lip service to it. It is something that we need to do something about, create more awareness about.
Yeah.
And the fact that the numbers will double within the next 10 years is scary.
It is scary. It is
Very
scary. Anyway, on that note, that is all we have to take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again on Monday to give you another wonderful edition of the Boom Bar. Do have a beautiful, beautiful day. Weekend, actually. Do have a beautiful weekend
Good.
ahead.
Good.